Happy New Year, my fellow comic book collectors. This video is going to be about my dream list for 2021. I have a tendency of going for big books, and this year is going to be no exception to that. And I'm really hoping to get these top 10 books off my list of want list. So, yeah, uh, they're not the whole list. Believe it or not, there's like so many comics that I really want to get that I'm hoping that I will get this year. But these are the ones that kind of at the top of the list that I really like to get. There's a few others that would be maybe honorable mentions that I'd really like to get, but don't think I'll get because they're just way out of my price range. So these are the ones that made the list. So I'm gonna share my screen. The first one is a little bit one of the easier ones I think to get. It's Captain Britain #8, and Captain Britain #8 is the first real appearance of Psylocke. She made her first appearance in Captain Britain. She later made another appearance that's considered her first American appearance. But this is really her true first appearance is in Captain Britain #8. So that's one that I'd like to get. It's a it's kind of a major one. If you notice, it's fairly affordable, like a couple $100 for a mid grade. I generally buy comics in the mid grade. If I can get higher grades, I will, but usually based on my price points, usually it's mid grade. The next major one is Terry Toons #38. And this is actually the first appearance of this little guy. Um, that's Mighty Mouse. And when I was a kid, I was a tiny guy when I was young, so I always liked Mighty Mouse because he was kind of like this superhero, but extra small. So I really like this one. This is a really hard comic to find, and the prices, you can see there's not much sales history because it's just a really rare comic, and I think they have one on auction right now, so I'm kind of hoping that I might win it. But this is a kind of a cool golden age cartoon comic that I'd really like to get. Next one is Adventure Comics #61, and this is the first appearance of Starman. And Starman is the father of Stargirl, and she has a current series right now. But it's just a really cool golden age comic, and usually goes for about maybe 1 to 3,000, and then there's higher grades that go for much more. So it's one that I've been looking for. I actually almost won it last year. I just keep on losing on the last second on the bids. So it's one that I've been really looking for. This is the third on my list. The fourth comic on my list is All-Star Comics #3. Now, All-Star Comics #3 is kind of a cool issue. It's the JSA first appearance. And it just has like all the kind of classic characters. I mean, this is before Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman joins the JSA later, but this original Justice Society of America, and we now know it as Justice League, but this was the original one, Justice Society of America, and it's just a really kind of a cool issue. It's very hard to get. It's usually pretty expensive, but it's definitely one that's on my want list and that I'm hunting for this year. So that's the big one I'm going to be looking for. And the next one is All-Star Comics #5. Now, All-Star Comics #5 is actually a very interesting comic because it features the first Hawk Girl. Now, Hawk Girl not only was the first, made her first appearance in this comic, but she was actually the first superhero that was a woman. Um, and it's just a really cool comic. I actually know where I can get a copy of this. I'm hoping I can get it once things open up again. It's at my local comic shop. I told them to hold it for me, but because of all the lockdowns, I wasn't able to buy it last year. and I'm hoping to pick this up this year. So this is one that I really, really like to get. Um, it's a pretty expensive comic, but it's a really cool historical comic, another golden age classic. And the number five or six on my list is Marvel Family number one. Now, this is just a really cool one. It has, I forgot what the first appearance of. I think it's the first appearance of the Black Adam. And yeah, it is the first appearance of Black Adam, but it's also just a very cool, you know, Captain Marvel comic. Goes for about 3,000 from what I've seen, like anywhere from 1,500 to 3,000. It's a pretty expensive comic and it's pretty hard to find. I see one on eBay, but it's way overpriced. But it's definitely one that's on my radar and I'd love to get it. So that's, my sixth comic. My seventh one is another Captain Marvel. Now, this is a little bit of a cheaper one, believe it or not. This is Captain Marvel Adventures number 22. And Captain Marvel Adventures 22 is the first sort of appearance of Mr. Mind. And in it, you just hear his voice. All through the comic, you only hear his voice. And it's actually his character kind of plays a role in like a whole bunch of comics that follow this one. And it's not until actually Captain Marvel Adventures 26 that we actually see who is this Mr. Mind, which is the nemesis of Captain Marvel. And it turns out that he's just like this kind of caterpillar-like creature. And it's just kind of cool nemesis and cool storyline. So yeah, I really like to get this one. Captain Marvel Adventures number 22. And the number 8 one on my list is Police Comics number 11. Now, Police Comics number 11 is the first appearance of the Spirit. Now, the Spirit is kind of a cool character. He's like a detective slash, superhero. He is believed to be dead, and he basically goes around solving crimes. So he's kind of a cool character. This was his first appearance in Police Comics number 11. Now, just as a side, I'd love to get Police Comics number 1, which is the first appearance of Plastic Man, and also I think it's the first appearance of Phantom Woman. It'd be just a really cool comic to get, but this one's a little bit more affordable, and it's still expensive, but this one's a little bit more affordable, and it's definitely one on my list. Next one is Wonder Woman number 6. Now, Wonder Woman number 6 is the first appearance of the cheetah. And though I didn't really particularly think the last Wonder Woman movie was very good, it was kind of mediocre, I still like the character of Cheetah, and she's kind of one of those staple characters of Wonder Woman. She's, constantly being the nemesis for Wonder Woman, and I just really like the character, So this is her first appearance, Golden Age comic. A very cool comic to get. It's really expensive though. It's hard to get it. I'm just on the hunt for it. So yeah, this is my second most wanted comic of 2021. And my last comic that I've been hunting for the longest time is Fantastic Four number 5. Now this one I've actually won in an auction, and the guy wouldn't send it to Canada. He wouldn't even listen to me. I actually said, hey, I'll get it sent to an address in Florida because that's where my parents are, and he wouldn't do it. He just canceled the order and didn't let me win. And I think the reason was I won it at a really good price. I think it was like a 2 or 3 grade, and I won at around $2,000, which sounds expensive, but if you know the comic, it's actually a really good price for this comic. And I think he just didn't want to, you know, honor the agreement on the auction and basically use the excuse that I was in Canada not to give me the comic. So this is one that I've been hunting for a while. I put so many bids on different ones and I never seem to win on it. And it's always escaped me. So this is one I'm definitely hunting for 2021. And this is my ultimate one because it's the first appearance of Doctor Doom. And I'm worried that this is going to go into my price range very quickly because they're making a new Fantastic Four movie. And I imagine this is going to just go up even more. So very cool comic. I've been looking for it for a while and I hope that I can find it. So these are my top 10 list of comics that I'm looking for 2021. There's a lot of other comics. I have a big want list actually, but these are the main ones. And I hope that I can find them all this year. And I'll give a report maybe at the end of the year how well I did in terms of getting these top 10. And yeah, thanks for watching. Please tell me what comics you're looking for, and put those in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Bye.